Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Cobalt, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to determine whether a number you're given is an exact number or an inexact number that requires a number sig figs. So let's get into this. So a couple of things. So first, anything that is a counting number or something that's true by definition is going to be exact. The reason being is because there's no doubt about what number you have. So if I count the number of chairs in a room or the number of, I don't know, marbles in a bag, there's no uncertainty in the fact that I counted. I'm not really measuring anything, right? Same thing goes with things true by definition, right? So it is defined to be the case that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. We didn't measure out 60 minutes in an hour. It's just defined to be that way. Okay. But things that are measurements are going to be things that are inexact and require a number of significant figures. Things that are exact have an infinite number of significant figures because they are as certain as you can get. There's no uncertainty in an exact number. So let's go over these examples and determine whether we have something that's exact or inexact. And if it's inexact, let's determine the number of significant figures. All right, so the percentage of 54% of the instructors in the physical science division who are women, and they tell us how this percentage was determined. They determined the percentage by counting 13 women out of 24 instructors total and then calculating the percentage. So the rule of thumb is that if you calculate a percentage from exact numbers and you don't round the percentage, that would be exact. If you calculate the percentage from measurements, then that percentage would be inexact. So you'd have to figure out what the number of significant figures that are allowed for that percentage. So in this case, you can see that the percentage is calculated by counting the number of women in a department and then counting the number of total individuals in the individual instructors in the department, and then you calculate the percentage from there. So since we're counting, we count the number of women, that's exact because you're counting. There's no uncertainty, there's no measurement going on in there. And then same thing with the 24 instructors total. You do that by counting, and then you would divide, and then you would get a percentage. However, so then that percentage would be exact because you're using exact numbers to calculate the percentage. However, when you calculate the percentage, you get 54.16 and so on. So this 1/6 goes on indefinitely. So the 54% that we're giving here is rounded. So if the percentage is rounded, it's not exact. So then it's going to be an inexact measure. And so in this case, this number being inexact is going to have two significant figures. So this would be inexact with a number of two sig figs. Okay, so this one would be exact, and so that 6 would go on for indefinitely. But in this case, they rounded it, so it's not exact, so it has two sig figs. Okay, next we have a measurement. Keyword here, measurement. A measurement of 107.200 grams of water. Anytime you have a measurement that is not going to be exact, measurements do not give you exact numbers. So we count the number of significant figures. So the zeros at the end of a number are only significant if there's a decimal point. So these zeros at the end of the number are significant because there's a decimal point. Also, the zero between numbers are always significant. So all these digits are significant. So this is going to be inexact. Oops. Right? And there are 6 sig figs. All right, C. It says a count of 24 instructors in the physical science division. Again, we're getting this number by counting. Anytime you count, anytime you get a number by counting that is not a measurement, that is going to be exact. So here we have exactly 24 instructors. So this is exact because we are counting. D, same thing. A count of 144 symbols for elements on the periodic table. Right now it's 118, but the idea here is that we count the number of symbols on the periodic table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm counting. There's no uncertainty in that count. So this is going to be exact. So counting is going to be exact. So we don't worry about the significant figures. There's an infinite number of significant figures for an exact number. Okay, here we have 1.094 yards per 1 meter. So the thing you got to remember, we got yards and we got meters. We're comparing yards and meters. Yards is an English unit. Meters is a metric unit. Anytime you have a relationship between the English system and the metric system, that is going to be a measurement. That's going to be inexact. It's not exact, it's inexact. So there is one exception. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. We have the English unit inch and the metric unit centimeters. You might think that this would be inexact and therefore a measurement, but this is actually an exact relationship. This is true by definition. So, and this would be the only one that would be exact. Here we have English to metric. So this relationship is not exact. It's a measurement. So therefore, this is inexact. And so therefore, here we have 4 sig figs. Again, the 0 that's between the two numbers is significant. So this is 4 significant figures. So I'm going to write it here, 4 sig figs. And finally, F, a measured volume of 8.0 milliliters of water. So again, the key word is measured. Anytime you measure something, it's not exact. So therefore, you're going to have to know this number of significant figures. So here we have 1 and 2. This 0 is significant because there's a decimal point. Remember, zeros at the end of your number are significant if there's a decimal point. If and only if there's a decimal point. So here we have decimal point. So we have 2 sig figs here. So this is going to be 2 sig figs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you determine whether the value you're given is exact or inexact. If it's exact, then there's an infinite number of sig figs. You can ignore them. If it's inexact, if it's a measurement, then you're going to have a certain number of significant figures that you have to determine from the value. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, then please like the video, share the video, hit that like button over here somewhere. Then also make sure you subscribe to my channel. Support the channel here. Hit that notification bell. When you do that, make sure you click all so that way you can be notified by all the videos I put out. And finally, put a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. I would love to hear from you. If you have a problem or a question you need help with, or if you have a topic you want me to cover, please let me know. I would love to do that for you. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.